this thing working? Hold on, let me. It says it is. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I wanted to use my phone, but you can't record with YouTube anymore, and that's the only way to get it through using your headset. Because if you record using your iPhone camera, it won't record the voice through the headset. It comes out through the speaker, and then my phone's messed up, so I'm holding it this way so I can see what I'm doing. It doesn't work, so I've got to use the GoPro, which I'm not used to, so it's probably gonna be all fucked up. There's the truck. She's back. Got her all cleaned up, plated. Stickers on, truck number, all that good jazz. Gave it a bath, obviously you can tell. The polish is all gone. Had them hit it with the brightener and stuff. My new, so eventually I went to 24.5s and I found these Freightliner oval, or whatever you want to call them, wheels. So eventually we'll change the fronts, which are still sitting on tall 22s, to 24s with tall rubber, which actually gave me about 5 miles an hour, and I dropped 100 RPMs, which I got a great deal on these tires, which is like a 35, 36, 32nd tire. It's a real deep tread. Hopefully lasts a long time. So we'll switch those, which these are actually, these are my old Bridgestones off the Peterbilt that I kept when I changed tires on that. So we'll change these so all the wheels match. Anyway, that's not the problem. 20,000 in this thing, part because I got ripped off by the shop I had it at, my opinion. But you know, if you pay somebody almost $15,000 and get a clean DOT, you think you'd be able to put your truck to work, but that's not the case. So what all do we have done? Well, obviously we got the 24.5 wheels. We had to put all new rubber on it. Then when I got it back from there, we had to go and have all the brakes done. You can tell, brand new brakes. Yeah, all the way around. New drums, new shoes. Went with the heavy duty drums because we run a lot of mountains. And then let me crawl under here so you guys can see this. Don't judge me, I'm wearing flip-flops today. It's my one day off. Up there would be the new 13-speed, and then I had the whole fucking drive line redone. New carrier, then they had the new slip yoke, then they redid the back and all that. So we had the 13-speed put in twice because the training I took him and asked him to check out, he said he did, then he put it in, then it had bearing noise, had to take it back out, then use it for a core to buy another Reman 13-speed to put back in. And you know, we did some other stuff. We did new air dryer, the air supply line to the primary tank. They resealed the rear engine cover, new clutch, you know. So I know I had more stuff done than just the transmission, but we're talking, the first bill was $6,600, the second bill was $7,700, and then I couldn't even put it under a trailer because the brakes were shot and the pin had fallen out of the slack adjuster on the right front, and the shoes were an inch away from the drum. Thankfully, you know, being a mechanic, or in my previous life, I know to look shit over, you know, and I saw that. Now, here's the fucking sad news for today. Excuse my language, but if you can't take it, then don't watch the video. Alright. So, I did all that, and now I have a clunk noise. So y'all see that? I'm going to set y'all down right here so you can see what the heck is going on. Check this out. Hear that? That would be play in the pinion right there. So now, now I need a damn power divider. $2,300 exchanged. Rebuild could be as high as $3,000, but they're not thinking that much. She just keeps on taking, man. And I've done sold off everything I have. That's the hard truth about it. To get it this far, you're talking $3,000 in rubber, 15 at the shop. That's 18. You know. Then I've got another 2,000 at Stuart Stevenson, doing the DOT and had to do a wheel seal and all the brakes. I'm in an easy 20K into the liner right now. I don't want y'all saying I didn't actually put a 13 speed in it, so I'm going to show you the little red button that I paid so much money for. Which, it works amazing. If you can, I highly recommend it. It's definitely worth it. It pulls a lot better than the 10 speed ever thought about pulling, especially when you're pulling the hills, which we run the San Juans and the Western Slope a lot, and I very rarely run empty or light loads. So that's the hard truth, guys. $20,000 and the truck's still broke, and another 3. Apart from selling my car, I got nothing left to sell that's worth anything. And I really wanted to do it without being in debt this time. It doesn't look like that's going to happen either. You know? I think you'd be able to make enough to at least fix the truck. I don't know how other guys do it. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong, I guess. So, I don't want to take y'all down my depressed hole, but that's where we're at with it right now. It's still running and drivable, you know, but the more you run it with that pinion loose, it's going to eat up the bearings, it's going to put metal in the oil, and that metal's going to start eating up the carrier, and it could, you know, then you could fuck up a ring and a pinion gear, and then you have to replace that. And so, which I got to keep running it. So a rebuild is probably, hey, quiet, stop it, dogs. A remand is probably not in the future. It's going to be an exchange type of deal. So, but yeah, we've had it out for a week now. Other than that, it ran great. It cruises nice now. I can set the cruise at 75, running about 15-25, which is really nice, you know, especially when you're coming back empty or running along the flats. Oh, ignore. I have to call him back. That's where we're at with it. So, probably wind up running it for at least another week, maybe 2, and then take the first settlement I get, and then go have a, you know, I'm gonna take that sucker out myself. Got a cherry picker, just hook a cherry picker to it, take it out, set it on the ground, roll it out, put it in the pickup, go get another one. So, but yeah, that's that. That's why I call her the Mistress. This is the name for this truck. I've always called it that since I bought it back in 2016. You know why it's the Mistress? Because it doesn't matter how much money you spend on her, she always wants more. Doesn't matter. Drop 20 grand in fucking a month, sell off all your possessions, and she'll still laugh at you and be like, hey, you got any more money? Ah. But I don't know. A lot of people would just say fuck it and get out of it, right? You're not making it, no money, why do it? I don't know, honestly, I guess, but I love driving. I love trucking, and I love trucks, you know. And this was my first truck, you know, so it's got some sentimental value. And even when I went off and sold, you know, got rid of it, thankfully my dad bought it, and I was able to, you know, keep it. And so when I lost the Peterbilt, I had it, but it was in such disarray. Those dogs ain't gonna stop barking. You know, from the guy that got it, that was running it before. Still cleans up nice though. That, you know, now it's gonna I feel like it's gonna take another 10 just to put it back to roadworthy status, you know. I can't drive a broken truck. I won't do it. I mean, obviously I will do it until I can fix it, but at the earliest convenience we gotta fix it. But I think she still cleans up nice, huh? She still looks pretty good. I'd love to put a big stretch on it, you know. Stretch it out. 150-gallon fuel tanks. Ran out to Grand Junction from Denver last night and back. I still got a half a tank of fuel. Definitely need polish work. But these are, I like these, you know, Freightliner ovals. But you can see these are pitted real bad. So, you know, like that right there. You're not going to get that out without a cut and a polish. And probably some sanding work. As you can tell, the stack used to run up the back here. I took it off, and this used to actually be the mount for it here. This comes off the frame and used to run up, and the stack mounted to it. It's for my filters for my, which need to be replaced as well. But then I went and I just ran it out the side here. And surprisingly, even when it's regenning, the back of the fuel tank here or the hydraulic tank it doesn't get hot at all. I mean, 'cause the air coming out of here when this thing's doing a regen will like catch paper on fire. I'm probably gonna do that one day. Oh, and I gotta replace the friggin' sleeper airbags. The one on the left, any day now. I can just, any day. So, you know what it is. If you own one of these things, it never stops. But I would like it to slow down so I can make some money. We can start making some money and stop spending all of it. Might actually get ahead, because the only reason I've been able to drop 20 grand in it in the last 2 months is because freight is paying so well, you know. But we all know how that is. That's going to change, you know. And I just hope it stays up long enough where I can get this thing going good enough, and then I can run it and make some money, and put a little bit back. But that's where we're at, guys. Wanted to give you all a video, let you know. I know I haven't posted. In the last video I said, you know, we'd get back with you because the truck was going to the shop, and that's literally how long it's been down in the shop. I'm not going to say the name of the shop I had it. I would never take a truck back over there, and I actually plan on taking some sort of action legally against the guy, because you can't charge somebody that kind of money and do that kind of work and do a DOT and give him back an unsafe truck. You know, I never asked him to do anything sketchy or not fix them. I told him look it over, because I need to put it to work when it comes out of there so I can start making some money with it. And he gave me back a truck that if you would have given that to a new guy who doesn't have any mechanical experience, and he took that into the mountains with a heavy load of groceries, he seriously could have hurt somebody and himself. He had no brakes in the front, you know. And on this truck, the front axle is the only one that has a parking brake. The rear axle, if you can tell, I'll show you. See how little the brake can is on the rear axle? This is just for service brakes. And the front axle, you'll be able to see the difference. Juno, stop it! See how much larger the brake can is? Because it's got the spring in there for the parking brake. And that over there, the brakes were an inch away from the shoe. You can't even get close to this thing without getting greasy. I'm gonna separate them dogs. Fucking lock each one of them up in a different room. Alrighty guys, I'm just rambling on at this point. The truck's running. Hopefully, once we get over this massive hump through this tunnel that I can't see the light at the end of yet, we can start bringing y'all some more uplifting, positive videos. You know, I'd like, you know, polish the truck, put some lights on it, some cool stuff, and not so much of this going broke truck repair shit. But as always, keep the greasy side down and the shiny side up. Try to have some fun out there, and I appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next vid.